a decomposed body of a white male is discovered in Crawford County. Firefighters are still trying to hose down some of the hot spots within the home. The driver will say they haven't been smoking marijuana, but admit they have been taking this. That's when the suspect took out a metal bat and began striking the victim in the head. George Zimmerman's attorney says he hopes to have his client out of jail by the middle of next week. And that's where they announced that they had received results back from the FBI, and all the results that they had received pointed to one person, Stephen McDaniel.
Did he look like a guy who really just found out she had died?
Howdy.
Had you heard it? Had you seen anything there? Had you seen anything there? Lauren Giddings' torso was found in a trash bin outside her apartment. Since July 1st, Stephen McDaniel has been held here at the Bibb County Law Enforcement Center. Family, friends, and even community members who didn't know her have shown support outside of her apartment. When you see siren lights coming up behind you, you may not feel like your actions could have any effect on someone else's life. But for the person who's inside an ambulance or waiting for one driver's bad decision could mean losing a life. Rumney placed a chain lock around his fence to keep people off his property. Right now it's just a pile of dirt and clay, but the range is expected to be completed in May. 96.3% of the workforce at Robbins will not be directly affected by these reductions. Out here in Central City Park, and you all are here also at, whoa, he's right in my face too. And the weather's been looking great. Tyler, how's that 7-day forecast looking for us?
It's funny that you mentioned we have a chance for showers every day at the beginning of the week, because I saw Rick Devens doing a rain dance last week. This is something that you've seen the trend of crashes go down every St. Patrick's Day weekend after you started doing this. What is the April showers brings May flowers, right?
What does May flowers bring, though?
I don't know, what's that?
Pilgrims.
Yeah. When they came up to you and ran up to you.
I couldn't do nothing. If I did something, they would bite me more.
4-year-old Jackson Haney is limping today and has scratches and bite marks on his face. On Tuesday afternoon, he was attacked by 3 dogs in his front yard.
And he was screaming. So I ran to the door. And I seen them dogs on my baby.
Crystal Haney just moved to this home on Lakewood Avenue in Macon last week and was having her satellite TV installed. Her kids followed the service technician outside, and then everything happened so quickly. Jackson says he and his sister walked outside, and within minutes, dogs ran across the yard, pinned him down on the ground right here to the point where he couldn't even get up.
Next thing I know, I heard Jackson out there crying, screaming.
Thanks to the technician, who Haney says also used to be a police officer, they were able to get the dogs off Jackson. But for those few minutes on the ground, the boy suffered bites and scratches to his face and his leg.
He has a big old gash right here. You can see the inside of his meat of his leg.
Macon Animal Control took custody of the dogs, but officials have not released any information on the incident. Haney thinks they were pit bulls, but that hasn't been confirmed either. Jackson is recovering from the attack, and as for his mom, she is thankful for the satellite technician that got the dogs off her child.
I just thank God for him, because if he wouldn't have been here, my baby would have been dead probably.
Michelle Quesada for News Central.
And there's the back technique, guys. Give him a nice big round of applause.
It looks like alligator wrestling, but the Kachunga and Alligator Show does more than make a man battle against a gator in a closed pit.
They don't run as fast as you might have been told. In fact, guys, we had the opportunity once to clock this gator. He was running 12 miles an hour. Dave was in front doing 13.
The show entertains the public while informing and educating them on facts about alligators, like what to do if you see a gator in your yard.
Once you've got him by the tail, ooh, you drag him to your neighbor's place and leave him there.
He's just kidding, but really, the show demonstrates that most gators are afraid of humans and want to be left alone.
There's nothing about an alligator that we don't know, but we're not trying to make the gator do anything he can't do. You know, we just want the gator to be a gator, promote the education.
And there's nothing like good old humor to do the trick while entertaining the public through an exhilarating performance.
When we first started, yeah, it was great. People just wanted to see you in a pit with an alligator, I guess, to see if he made it out. It was a battle every time. But I was younger, so, you know, most of the time I made it out. I've gone through my bites. I've been very fortunate. But, you know, over the years, though, we learned that, you know, we can add some jokes to it.
Kachunga thrilled the audience by putting his hand inside the gator's mouth, explaining it won't snap shut until it feels something hit his jaw. It's a cool trick to see and something that is not rehearsed or practiced with the same gator.
We need to be able to show what alligators can do. And to have a gator that's tamed, we couldn't get them to work or act like an alligator.
After over 25 years of doing this, Dave and Bert have also included children in the show, and they always have a favorite part.
And pet an alligator and even sit on the back of its tail.
Now, Kachunga doesn't recommend trying to carry one of the gators you saw earlier, but after the show, you can carry this little guy and take a photo with him.
You know, you got education, you got humor, you know, the comedy, excitement, and the danger. Makes a better show, and it draws the attention better, and when they leave, they actually remember a little bit more of what we told.
1 year ago, an EF3 tornado tore through Lamar County, destroying hundreds of homes. 2 lives were lost on Grove Street, and today, although several new homes stand on new foundations, there's one that is still incomplete. A year ago, the Gunters could walk up their steps and come home to their 2-story house. But after a tornado completely destroyed their property, they faced several obstacles trying to rebuild.
The terrain is so rough that the small companies with just a tractor can't really do much. One fellow came in and he had 3 flat tires in 2 days, from the nails, from the glass.
The economy has also held back the Gunters from reconstructing their home on the 8 acres they own on Grove Street. Instead, they are buying a new home in downtown Barnesville. But Danny says nothing will replace the home he had and the family members he lost. His brother and sister-in-law were sucked out of their home and killed in the storm.
My brother and sister-in-law, their bodies were so mangled that looked like they were just broken all to pieces. They were so mangled, in fact, they could not embalm their bodies. They had to just cremate them.
Danny was seriously injured when the tornado struck. His 96-year-old father survived with 2 broken bones. His now 9-year-old niece had a broken collarbone and lost her mom and dad all in the same day. Despite all the sadness, the Gunters are getting through it day by day.
You know, God's been good that our family came through this as we did. You know, the destruction here just reminds us that these things are temporary.
Michelle Quesada for News Central.
Body.
Had you heard it? Had you seen anything there? Had you seen anything there? It's an interview that Macon police wanted to get their hands on from day one, and one that has formed split opinions.
Did he look like a guy who really just found out she had died? I mean, what do you think?
Great reporting, but as an investigator, I mean, really gives you nothing.
Did you buy it?
No, I bought it.
Interesting.
Stephen McDaniel was very open to speaking with the media about his missing law school friend, even after he learned that his classmate and neighbor Lauren Giddings could be dead. Police found Giddings' torso June 30th, and a month later charged McDaniel with murder.
If you look at some of the history of atrocious crimes and murders, you'll see that immediately there will be a great show of grief.
Why would anyone do this? He was over there in the morning, and then that was the last time that anyone we've been able to find out from had seen her.
Clinical social worker Daphne Stevens says that usually someone in this situation would have gone into a protective mode and not spoken to the media, but that wasn't the case for McDaniel.
This is a move from a man who wants to be recognized.
Stephen McDaniel is from Lilburn, Georgia. Sources say he graduated from Parkview High School in 2004. He graduated from Mercer University School of Business in 2007 and then graduated from Mercer Law this spring.
You know, people will say, oh, he was the nicest guy. Nobody would think that he would do anything like that. And usually what they're saying when they say that is, never heard from him.
In Macon, Michelle Quesada for News Central.